2025 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid, the option of a Toyota-sourced hybrid powertrain, works especially well with Mazda's handsome crossover. Toyota's previous collaborations have, in recent years, normally involved the company using a different automakers. Power plant the GR86 using a Subaru engine, and the GR Super getting BMW power. But not here, with Toyota having turned supplier and making a hybrid powertrain that sits under the hood of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid. The Mazda CX-50 is already at the top of our list of compact SUVs when it comes to driving. Enjoyment alongside. The extremely similar CX-5, the new optional hybrid powertrain, is a must-have for many buying in this segment. And although it has taken some serious surgery on the CX-50 to get Toyota's complex system with a 2.5-liter inline-four, a battery pack, and a trio of electric motors to fit, it was worth the effort. The lowdown Mazda says it modified the CX-50's subframes and front frame rails and developed a new rear differential cradle to accommodate Toyota's engine and electric motors. Mazda also made small adjustments to the CX-50's spring rates to adjust for added weight. These changes on top of the softer dampers and lighter steering that was recently applied to the regular CX-50. The CX-50 Hybrid still drives like a Mazda, but one with the ultimate goal of fuel economy. On this it delivers, achieving an impressive 39 mpg city and 37 mpg highway rating. Compared to the non-hybrid, the 0.5-liter version, that marks a significant improvement, with the regular car only managing 25 mpg city and 31 mpg on the highways. How does it drive? Step on the CX-50's throttle, and you immediately know you are in a Toyota hybrid product. But look around the leather fill, upscale for the price cabin, and the CX-50 Hybrid feels like it's getting the best of both worlds. Toyota is well known for its efficient, reliable, and long-lasting hybrid powertrains. Mazda is seemingly incapable of engineering a chassis that isn't fun to drive. The CX-50 Hybrid combines the two and immediately becomes a winner. There aren't any significant changes made to the Toyota powertrain, but Mazda says it's applied a new calibration for a more engaging drive. Throttle response and inputs are a touch sharper than an AR-AV4 Hybrid, especially in power mode, but not keen enough to earn the term sporty. That said, there is plenty of poke to get from stoplight to stoplight. Mazda hasn't given a 0 to 60 mph figure, but I'd estimate it to be somewhere in the low 7s. Sadly, the unenjoyable drone of the Toyota to 0.5-liter working in conjunction with its ECVT remains under harder acceleration. The fuel economy gains are nice, but the hybrid is less refined than the quiet, smooth-based Mazda CX-50, which uses a traditional 6-speed automatic. All-wheel drive comes with power delivered to the rear wheels through a single electric motor. There is no mechanical connection from the engine. That makes it easy to overwhelm the CX-50's front tires when driving hard. The rate-tuned dampers make for cushier cruising over poor roads. But the CX-50 isn't quite as sharp feeling as before. Wow, lighter steering and acclaimed. For 1,008-pound curb weight, make this the least dynamic model in the CX-50 lineup. Even the least engaging Mazda is more fun than pretty much anything else in this segment when the road turns twisty. Although mass has increased, the hybrid system has also improved the CX-50's weight distribution, the high-voltage battery position toward the rear of the car. What's it like to live with? The CX-50 is already one of the most handsome SUVs you could put in the garage, and Mazda massages the design subtly with the hybrid model. Packaging the new powertrain's battery and electric motors necessitated a height increase of 1.4 inches, leading Mazda to install chunkier fender cladding in an effort to reduce the visual mass of the vehicle. The hybrid also gets a unique front-end AeroFocus 17-inch and 19-inch wheel options and blue hybrid badging. Overall, a subtle evolution. And most will only notice the changes if they ever see the two versions next to each. Other electrification brought some usability compromises. The increased height means the hybrid's driver sits higher, with rear legroom chopped by 2 inches on account of the battery living under the floor. There is still adult viable space back there. But if you want the maximum volume, then the non-hybrid. Variants offer it. On the plus side, the battery's location means the hybrid's cargo space is completely unaffected, with exactly the same capacity as other CX-50s with the second row seats folded. Mazda continues to ace the front seat experience, providing a simplistic but easy-to-use interface for climate and audio controls. The screen is managed by a rotary controller, but there's also touch control for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The CX-50 Hybrid also gets a new instrument cluster. With a power flow meter to report on the hybrid system status, the Hybrid is the worst at towing in the CX-50 lineup now, as maximum capacity shrinks to a dinky 1,500 pounds compared to the Turbo's 3,500 pounds. And while the Hybrid has a trail mode to help manage wheel slip, this is very different from the iActivate UD system found in other CX-50 variants that features an off-road mode and a traction controllers. That simulates locking differentials. Should I buy one? Mazda slots the Hybrid right in between the normally aspirated 0.5 liter and the Turbo, with the preferred trim starting at $35,390, depending on the version you pick. You're looking at a premium of roughly $2,000 to $3,500 over the equivalent non-hybrid model, which will realistically be made up in fuel savings over not too many years or miles of ownership, while the Hybrid's engine isn't the best sounding. It is effective and delivers more than enough performance for a car in this segment. It gets up to speed quicker than the base 0.5 liter CX-50 and sips much less gas once it does so. Overall, the Hybrid makes a strong case for itself in the center of the range. And all of the versions on each side of it still have their own appeal. Anybody looking to buy a Hybrid in this price range should definitely have the Mazda high on their list. The CX-50 Hybrid shoots Mazda straight to the top of a busy segment. A Honda CR-V Hybrid might still be the better all-rounder, but the Mazda scores highly when it comes to both driving and design, all the while sipping fuel like ARAV for Hybrid. It is welcome proof that sensible cars can be desirable too. Highlights. And lowlights will love keen handling combined with comfortable ride, stellar fuel economy, and sufficient acceleration to boot. Gorgeous interior with straightforward and highly functional tech we don't. Grumbly drone from the engine when worked hard, compromised back seat because of battery location. Favorite deal Mazda's offering a red leather interior option exclusively on the Hybrid. It is well executed and makes the CX-50 feel more like an entry-level luxury car. Mazda knows its enthusiast base loves a pop of color. And it's great to see this option available in what could otherwise be seen as a button-down. Sensible car.